Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Laurel Park, and welcome to Today at the Races, brought to you by Fidelity First. Dave Rodman in for Stanton Salter today, and of course our morning line maker, and from Echo Base, Keith Fustel, will give you some insights, hopefully, and some winners. On to today's program. Keith, another beautiful day here at Laurel Park. Temp in the low 60s, sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, but it's kind of calmed down now. It was a little chilly earlier out here.
The sun's starting to peek out a little bit, which is good. We needed that.
Sunshine. It's a perfect day to be outside. East-northeast, 5 miles per hour, light winds today. It's kind of calmed down a little brisker earlier. All righty, fast and firm the track conditions today. And Keith, a big day of racing on tap here at Laurel Park. A couple of carryovers. But first, let's talk about yesterday afternoon, which led to that pick 6, pick 5 carryover. Greek God pulling the upset.
How about that?
Yeah.
Right to the front. I didn't see that coming at all. Was nursed along on the front end, got away from some soft internal fractions. When push came to shove, the final quarter of a mile, he had plenty left in the tank to hold on, and pulled a shocker there at $65 and some change, forcing. We've got the pick 6 carryover and pick 5 carryover to target later in today's card. Thanks
to Jonathan Maldonado's Greek God, and those of you who play horses for courses. I mean, that was a big price because the horse won many races in his career, done them in wire-to-wire fashion, most of them here at Laurel Park in the same kind of style. Once he got around that far turn and they were kind of backed up and stacked up, horses making middle moves into the moderate pace, you know he's going to be tough. Wish I could have played then, but we don't know that scenario.
I know you had talked about that horse yesterday as a price user.
I used him with Team Tim. But that's the way it goes. Okay. So anyway, pick 6, pick 5. I have a late pick 5 ticket. You have an early pick 4 ticket. Here is your Rainbow pick 6 4170 carryover, and the late pick 5 carryover this afternoon, $4,820. So you see on the screen, it's a industry low 12% takeout on the early and late pick 5s. Mandatory payout on the early. The late can carry, which you did yesterday, into today. And remember, racing tomorrow here at Laurel Park, Columbus Day, Monday, at post time at 1:10. So there's your carryovers and your track conditions, a football pick'em contest. Get up to the sports bar, get your ticket in the machine there, and take your shot. You win $3,000 in our football pick'em contest when you buy that program Friday through Sunday, and you can watch the games on the NFL Sunday Ticket, the second floor sports bar here at Laurel Park. Real nice atmosphere up there, and the most comfortable leather swivel chair I've ever been in my life.
Really?
You have to find it for yourself.
Okay.
I know it. Clark Schaefer knows it. He sits up there all the time.
It's just one.
I mean, they're all comfortable.
Okay, but there's one
There's
specific
only one swivel, specific chair up there. Great way
good.
to relax up there. As a matter of fact, when he sits in there for more than 20 minutes, we charge him a fee.
Okay.
That's how comfortable it is. It's really nice up there, sports bar. Holiday Monday racing, we mentioned, 1:10 post time tomorrow here at Laurel Park. Join us for the holiday card. And today marks 1 week away from the Maryland Million. Jim McKay, Maryland Million, with 12 races on the program.
Looking forward to it.
Noon post time, too.
Yeah. We talked about it yesterday. The preliminary forecast looks very good. Let's hope it stays intact. And getting ready for a big card there. You've got some specials, $10 for the Silks Room for the day, including a program and a Maryland Million cap.
Yeah, great place to sit because you can watch the simulcast action, have your own little carol there, walk to the windows, not a few steps away, and then walk outside to see all the action and the events that we have in between races. I believe we have 7 different total events between races on Maryland Million Day at noon post time. Remember, a little bit of rain coming on Wednesday, much needed rain. We're kind of like a little mini drought, so that's going to make the turf course perfect condition, great shape with plenty of sunshine after that Wednesday forecast rain. Okay. All right, let's take a look outside. No rain today. Fast main track firm on the turf course this afternoon. A good-looking day here at Laurel Park.
Okay.
So, shall we get to the duties of the day? Trying to pick some winners?
Let's go. I mean, we've been rolling right along here. So hopefully, the fans have been joining along with us and partaking in our bit of good handicapping, I guess. I don't know. It's been a pretty good run for all of us here. The guys, Tim, Stan. I know you do a lot of homework. We try to do what we can to kind of get you to the water. You know, and then from there you've got to take it. But boy, Stan and Tim with a couple Stronach 5 tickets within the last couple of weeks. Stan with a pick 6,
$3,000
some pick 4s in there.
Pick 6 ticket for Stan the other day, right? Pick 5 ticket it was, for Stan. The Stronach 5.
Yeah, the Stronach 5.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to need luck as well as good handicapping in the first, Keith. Super high 5 wagering starts there. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double, pick 3, early, pick 5. This is going to be, I think, a race of trips and pace, and we really kind of disagree, but I can see your pick, which I don't have.
I think we disagree a lot today, but
that's all right.
So
but
hey,
this race particularly.
Hopefully we don't zig and zag. Maybe one of us will be good all the way through.
You've got the walk.
I do have the walk on top. I tell you, Damon, his runner off the claim yesterday, was the Boniface horse ran pretty good, all things considered.
To be or not to be.
To be or not to be. And the walk ran well. Second off the claim, a big number, a 77, a little freshening. Damon, they manage their horses very well, know when they need a little bit of a break, a little pick-me-up. And I think the walk can make a move into this race from mid-pack. A mile and 16th, is that really kind of maybe pushing the limits? Possibly. But, I mean, I think he just has to come somewhere close to his last effort. We have a video of that, right, from July the 7th. Do we have that one from the Kid Jeter race in the walk where he sat off of a duel? I mean, he did get a very good trip, relaxed nicely, and coming in the stretch makes a steady progression, 3 to 4 wide, and the walk looks like he was maybe going to get it done, but Kid Jeter had other things in mind. He just shifts out a little bit further. The walk, a slight little drift, gets floated out just a touch, zigs and zags through the final 1/8 of a mile, but just falls short, gets beat 3 parts of a length. But I tell you what, all in all, a strong effort. He'll have some speed. I think he can draft into a good position. Gunslinger is probably going to go from the inside. And the Jag, who actually, got back on his game last time out, wasn't so rank, relaxed just off the pace. These two, I do think, converge, and maybe the walk can get first run on some of these other closers.
That freshening just may help him. He hasn't raced since July 7th, a little bit of a concern for me, but you've got a good barn there, and he's one of several horses that are kind of all in range here, including your second pick, my top pick, and that would be the 6, Rule Yourself, a very reliable kind of horse. He doesn't have a lot of early speed, but Forest Boy certainly knows how to ride this 5-year-old gelding son of Giants Causeway. Last time out beaten by He's a Kitten, half and 49-second split. I think the pace will be a little more lively, more suited to his running style today. You see two-back Redeemed Gentleman in the running line, who went on to win kind of a little minor stake up there, overnight stake at Colonial Downs for trainer Tony Aguirre. So he's kept some company, consistent numbers, better pace today.
He works well. I can see the trip right now. Forrest is going to be able to get this horse to the inside. She'll try to get covered up around the final turn, shift out, and go ahead and make that run. 7-6-5-3. The 5, Tachyon, I like last time out of that same race. With Jag, I thought he was going to be able to run him down. Had perfect position coming into the top of the stretch. Really didn't kick on. I think you'll see an improved effort from the 5 this afternoon.
Yeah, he kind of had a little stutter step beginning out of the gate that race, I believe, if I recall, and then it was only beaten 3 lengths. He's had a little sharper speed, and his race is 3, 4, 5 back if you look down on his form. I went 6, 4, 8, 3, key 7, 6, 5, and 3. And I think it's going to be a race of pace and trips.
How about key in the 6 and 7 on top? How about that? We'll take our top selections. Maybe that's a deal. I think they'll be okay prices all in all. Maybe key in top and bottom and some exactas.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the play.
Second race, scratches a few in there of the 2, 3, 5, 10, and 11. That's our early pick 4, first pick 4. Of the day. And I went to Lady Kim in here, Keith, who off a sharp form and kind of an upset effort at 13 to 1 last time out. Who did you go with?
Yeah, she broke my heart last time.
That's right.
Beat us out of about 17,000.
Thanks,
Jerry Brooks.
Yeah, I remember that.
We told him no pie for him, no more pie. We're cutting him off. But the second race,
you guys had Mighty Talk, right?
Yeah, we did.
And Allison Kay, I think.
Here we go. Early pick 4, though. We're gonna attack it this afternoon. A $28 ticket. As you said, it's plenty of scratches in race 2. We're gonna go with Lady Kim and Allison Kay, who we used last time. We're gonna come back with her this afternoon. Third race, 2 deep with the 4 Golden. Gary, I know you like the 6 much more than this. Spread a little bit in the 4th. I'm not completely sold on a Rocky top selection, but Very tepid choice. 4, 5, 6, and 10, and wrap it up with the 5th, 1, 2, and 6. 6, my price play, one of my price plays this afternoon for Robbie Bales. Okay, there you go, $28.
Yeah, reasonable ticket there. So your top selection is Lady Kim?
Yeah, Lady Kim in here. I think there was some other speed I think that was going to be in this race. I still think she might be just a hair more tactical than Allison Kay. Allison Kay, a little an excuse. They might run as a team around there. The track, the speed. It's one of these two, I believe, in race 2.
Yeah, this is a horse has been taking a little bit of step up in that last race. 13-1 wore down that speed up front. Some improving numbers. 3 back behind Tee Up, who's come back to run one of her best numbers in the next out win as well. So a couple of good signs there.
Yeah.
We both have the 11 in the mix here. Tack Up, who ran behind Tee Up last time out, the horse we talked about a few moments ago. Keith, you used the 13 in here, Allison Kay.
Yeah.
Needed that horse last time, I know. And also you got the 9 in your mix there and Fancy Out flanker.
Yeah.
Interesting kind of a long shot.
Yeah. I'm looking for a little bit of a price. I don't think she'll be super close here, maybe within a couple lengths. I don't know if she's quite good enough, her races at Laurel, to get her over the top to beat a couple of these, but maybe might help out your supers and your tries. I can't get her better than 3rd in here. But Tack Up, with some of the scratches of speed, they may be on the attack mode, go right to the front with Rose Alley's. But Jerry Brooks, he's been on a little bit of a roll here. His horses seem to they look good. Their form is improving, steadily improving. Of note, we had that horse, was it Bruja Bug, ran a little bit
Bruja Bug,
yeah,
big race
Bruja
yesterday
Bug,
off the synthetic.
Synthetic to the dirt. But I like Lady Kim right back.
3rd race, no high five wagering, scratch 1, 2, and 3. I know you have a video spotlight in this race of Golden Gary, who was disappointing last time out in the dirt, but gets back to the turf this afternoon. Wow, he did no running on the dirt. Any kind of semblance of his effort on the turf August 15th, he should have won, but he's very dull that day. But he does get back to the turf, where he won by 5, adding blinkers for the first time on August the 15th.
Just taking the shot. It just looks like a completely different horse. His dirt numbers have not been good, not been stellar at all, but he took a lot of play with the blinkers added on this particular day, hounded the other speed, and just kicked clear. A powerful performance. You see Trevor going to work under the right-handed drive late, but, I mean, plenty in the tank. But you're right. I expected more last time. I thought maybe the key with the blinker was the key. It would even kind of help out the dirt form. Did not. Getting back to the preferred surface this afternoon is the 4 Golden Gary. But yeah, I do fear much more than this. Who ran behind Golden Gary, but he looks to be an improving type here for Trombetta.
Yeah, I think he's one of my plays of the day here. 6 much more than this in the Howard County Stakes, finished 3rd. You have a stumbled start. First it didn't help him. It was down inside and it angled out and just kind of even paced it through the stretch. Even paced for sure, but I thought a very willing 3rd in there against some tough company like So Street. Nobody was going to beat So Street that day. He's a colt by City Zip. Has tried turf 3 times with a win, a 3rd, and a 3rd. Finished behind Golden Gary back in August, but that race of Golden Gary last out in the dirt kind of concerns me. What caught my eye for him, too, was the race at Colonial Downs where he beat Chaos Kid, Beverly Park. Beverly Park came back to win at Keeneland the other day on the dirt for trainer Dane Kubisky in a maiden $150,000 claiming race and looked really good. I know that was dirt, and this is turf, but the company lines here, and I think a horse is taking a step forward as a 2-year-old, much more than this. He might do it his way.
And the key here, too, I think, is, he won on the front end at Colonial, and he chased in his debut, but he learned something after that stumble last time out. He kind of showed speed, dropped back, made another move, and then a slight flat. I think with horses like Perfect Score and Classy Solution, some unknowns that kind of won first out on the dirt towards the front, or basically on the front end, maybe he will let those horses go and try to sit and run with it as a team and close in with Golden Gary. But
so it's a rematch there, Golden Gary and much more than this.
Very well could be a little bit closer than that 5 3/4 length separation in debut for much more than this.
Fort Marcy Turf Course will race 4, middle pick 4, start of the Rainbow pick 6. And again, we have a pick 6 carryover today, $4,170. Scratch the alternates 11 all the way down through 16. And here in another kind of race, a little all over the map. Trying to handicap it. Reminded me a little bit of the first race here. 41.70. Who did you go with and settle on in the first leg of the pick 6?
I chalked it up.
You did?
Yeah, it's calling me a sissy. On a rock, I think it's fine. Going back out second time route on the turf in a while. Once again, had a perfect trip. They were rolling in that race, Meade Avenue. To be or not to be, though. Came back to run well on the race. I'll give him one more shot. On a rock will settle in somewhere a few lengths off the lead, I think, and make amends and get the job done today. Close in and get it. Who'd you have? You've got the 8 on top.
Yeah, I'm going there on a pace angle here. 23-1, 46-3, 11-1. That was a dazzle pace set last time out by Tappahannock. I know he's always had decent early speed his last 3 races, but I think he went too fast, too quick. And looking at the race, he might be able to slow it down in the middle here just a little bit and have enough to hang on. He was beaten by Animal Kingston in that race, and he's running in the opener today.
Yeah.
So if that horse is 1-2 in the opener, maybe give an extra point there to Tappahannock. Just kind of a pace angle for me with Tappahannock.
Yeah, I've been chasing the 10 Native Flora a little bit. I was surprised he didn't really show any kind of speed last time. I do think he's going to force the issue today from the outside with Wisman. Will that have an effect on your top selection? Maybe, maybe not. But Tappahannock looks to be improving a little bit. And you're right, there were pretty sharp internals last out. I think Baysider's the type of horse. Here we go, Jerry Brooks again. You know, riding the Jerry Brooks train. But Baysider, he looks kind of like a one-run sprinter. But I think with the right kind of just move today, he can kind of draft into a good position. And Carrasco, they're going to have to time it just right, but I think he can make a major impact in this race. We have a video spotlight of August 24th down at Colonial. This is the day that Baysider was claimed at a mile, was caught wide, and you know, the way going back to Colonial, Dave, all those years we worked, I always liked, you know, horses saving ground on that turf course, and then the shift out and roll move. This horse was wide for a long way, but made a move up to contention in mid-stretch. Just couldn't quite continue through the last 70 yards. But I tell you what, Baysider moving back up with that 5.5 furlong race. Yeah, a little excuse last out. Finished up well, but Carrasco, he's going to have to time it just right today.
Yeah, the thing that concerns me is he's going a route of ground, and I always think of him more of as a one-run sprinter.
Looks like it. Yep.
Trainer Gerald Brooks with the the distance horses on the grass. Should I tell you?
Now go ahead. I know it's not the greatest.
Yeah. Well, I won't tell you, but you know. But so we'll find out whether he's a one-run sprinter, whether he can turn that into a 2-turn type against this level at least. Baysider, good video.
And Jerry Brooks, I trust.
Except when you needed him to run second in the pick 5. All right.
Got it.
All right, let's go to, I think we're going to take a break now and then come back with our late pick 5. That was that first leg of the pick 6. I had a pick 5 carryover we'll tell you about in just a moment. Today at the races, sponsored by Fidelity First.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, welcome back here to Laurel Park today at the races for the Sunday program. Remember, we'll be back here on track tomorrow, too, 1:10 with a holiday Monday program. Keith, time to tackle this late pick 5, and I have a late pick 5 ticket, and lo and behold, a $4,820 carryover.
Sounds
so
like
pretty good in it today.
Yeah, it looks like a great carrier, 48.20. Get it up to, you know, let's put about 15,000-20,000 into it, maybe even more. And I know you've had some good success, you know, getting some tickets up to Captain Red Can upstairs.
Yeah.
Maybe he's paying attention right now as he's walking
last
around
time
doing his
I was
business.
On the show, I think I gave out the pick 5 and paid like $1,500 on about a $36
Beautiful.
ticket.
Let's do it again.
So let's go back to back here. I don't
right.
know. And no singles this time. And last time was a single with Jeremiah O'Dwyer, though I believe I'm using him in this one of his races here. We're going a little deeper here. 1, 2, 6. Couple of horses in the 6th race, 1 and 3. 7th race, 1, 6, 7. 8th race, 2 and 6. And the 9th race, almost singled a horse. We have a stat on there in number 1, and the Tom Proctor barn will give you that stat in a little bit, but used number 10 in there because it's still a reasonable ticket. So slice and dice that ticket as you will, and maybe Keith can give you some ideas to add to it, or maybe even subtract.
Well, no. If there's a couple in here, maybe to add on, but it's a good base. It's $36, and I think this one could pay. The 5th race, interesting. The 1 I think is going to be a solid favorite. A lot of people may take a shot and single the 1 Boat Over the Hill. We've got a stat on Jamie Ness. Let's show you that first on Boat Over the Hill if we can. 9 for 35, 26% synthetic to dirt sprints over the last 5 years, and he's done well of late. But Boat Over the Hill, does it look like a giveaway to you? Basically,
well, we'll see if any people line up at the claim box. Yeah. I mean, it was a $4,000 purchase, so kind of a bargain purchase by Tatr there. 1 debut, he's already made 17 grand, and coming at synth to dirt, and that synth race really sold me on this horse because he was dull up at Presque Isle Downs, but New York Groove came back to win the Presque Isle Downs debutante the other night, running an 83 a buyer figure at turf to dirt. Like that move, tougher company up there. I know drops a little bit suspicious, perhaps, but this horse has had a little problem there. 2-3 back. Jock lost the rein, a little uncontrollable. 23 behind, 23 to 1 behind Gifted Heart, Mischievous Alex. Two very, very nice horses there. One of them a filly, Gifted Heart, I believe it is.
Yes,
so,
for Schoenthal.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. In a way, if they lose them, they lose them, I guess. But there is an upset possibility in here. I know you like them, and I almost put them on top 2, and that is 6, Macamee Park.
Macamee Park, 82 to 1 in debut, nothing in a state bred race, but came back on a drop into the claimer and beats Irishtown. Irishtown just got beat. We're going to see, I think, him on Thursday, if I'm not. All my days are mixed up here doing all these morning lines.
I'm not even aware that he's running Thursday. You're way ahead of me.
But anything, Irishtown ran pretty well in the dirt as well.
Right.
And looking at this, the breeding, Fierce Wind, you kind of a little bit of an obscure stat. It's 12% with the dirt sprinters. The mare, she was a 12-time dirt sprint winner. Just take a little shot. I think this horse is going to escape at a price. Improved speed, a little tactical on the drop. There's not a lot of speed. I guess Victory Given's going to probably go ahead and send. Held okay when caught in between horses last time. I mean, even Bricktop is a user for me for Cal Lynch. I hung wide, 5 or 6 wide last time. Needs to get into the race a little bit sooner. But, a dropper like Boat Over the Hill, Ness does win with droppers. That's the one thing. He's about 23, 24% overall, but doesn't have a ton of speed as Boat Over the Hill. Maybe we can kind of sneak out a little bit of a price here with the 6.
You mentioned the Dam, 12 of 68 lifetime. Robbie Bales, 2 sharp, 7 for 26 dirt sprint claiming here. Ran behind Embolden, dusted by Embolden, a horse that nobody was going to beat at Colonial Downs. I believe it is a Godolphin horse, I believe a Stidham horse that day. So, he fits in this spot. The Macamee Park, I'm using him on that ticket, too, on the pick 5.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the 6th race and move along here, and that's the late pick 4. Starts in race 6. Blinkers off, number 8, Art Thief. I went chalked it with the Illyria in the spot. How about you?
I use Illyria. I certainly think she's the horse to beat a barn change. Carl Duran must have been not a giveaway, but
I think it looked like a private sale to me. Green Lantern Stables previously owned the filly.
Just didn't fit, the profile of a Delacour horse, basically, right? How many maiden 16s does he have in his barn?
Not too many.
No, not too many. Let's watch the last race, though, Illyria. Another brutal beat here for us. I think we had something else going this day. Might have been a late pick 5, but, man, did kind of all the dirty work. Stalked a pretty good pace, made some move into it, and watch this stretch battle between Illyria and Trois Ponce. Illyria battles back, a slim lead at the 16th pole. Dig in. Not going to do it. That was Claudio.
Trois Ponce wins that race, the battle, and I like that. I like that dirty work figure that he got there. 6, she got there. It was 62. Where was Trois Ponce when I needed that horse off the claim a couple times? All of a sudden pops up there on the turf at a big price for a Claudio horse. So good effort there from Illyria. So I went back there because of that particular race. Illyria.
And positional speed here is going to work to her advantage. She may have to deal with the 6, Echo of Victory. who stretched out and didn't run too bad last time. We're going to get Forrest Boyce today on that one. But I go to the 8, Art Thief, a couple horses out of that O'Leary race on September the 14th. This one was the favorite, 2-1, but encountered trouble early, hung out wide, couldn't quite sustain, had to be used pretty good between, in that middle move, far turn to the quarter pole and just flattened out. This is a strong move for George Weaver, 36% with the blinkers off.
Right, blinkers off. The blinkers went on after the claim by Weaver. He's taken them off. Previous trainer did not run this filly with blinkers, so back to the drawing board there. Echo Victory is an intriguing horse because Forrest Boyce is on her this afternoon. This is kind of an on-the-bubble filly who needs to settle a little bit. Settle down, stop with the sharp pace stuff up front.
Okay.
And I thought that was a good effort. And stretch out to a mile after all those 5.5 sprints, made most of the running up front. Mia Gift was kind of an upset winner that day. I think it was Claudio again, dueled in that race in the middle portion of the race. I know it was 48. It doesn't look like a sharp, but we had a horse or two yesterday. What was that race? With Pugilist. They didn't go that fast up front, but they dueled, and I think maybe Forrest can try to settle her down a little bit. She's got some potential. A Seville filly around 2 turns.
A little bit of drop, too. She comes down from the 25 down to the 16. Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go on to race 7 on the program, and I don't know, this race with the 2 Long Point Beach, I had to go back, refigure. The 3 Dances Melody out, a first-time starter who I thought had a little promise, and the 8 Tippy Tippy Tay. So scratch 2, 3, and 8. I think you went with Jane Sabelli.
You think I'm trying to reach here? I mean, good Lord.
Well,
First start,
Trevor's
0
got
for
them
19.
out, so there must be
2-year-olds 0 for 30 and change. So look at me, and to say, she's due to win with one of these kind of horses is an understatement. But looking at the breeding, by Wicked Strong, 17% with the first-timers on the dirt. When sprinting, this mare was okay. 5 for 11, very quick, was Amy Limehouse, and has a debut winner. Both foals are winners. One is actually 2 for 2. The other one, I think, has a couple wins to its name. So improving works up at Monmouth Park. Maybe she finally gets off the schneid with this kind of angle and gets a firster home. I like that McCarthy is on here for this one, but man, I could hit the all button here if I'm using it in multi-race wagers.
Yeah, not only Sabelli, but Robbie Bales kind of lighting the percentage with first-time starters as well. And I went to the 6 here, Pete's Pride, second start for the Despite the Odds Maryland bred. A couple of fillies that were behind her in that race, one by Steady Love, have come back to improve just a little bit. She's got a race under her belt, unknowns with the firsters, but the second pop out here for trainer Lynn Ashby, decent percentage there, 12%, $1.86 ROI for second-time starters. In a race where, well, you could get all over the map here if you really wanted, like you say, maybe even an all button in a short field. But anyway, that's the Pete's Pride.
Okay. And you've got the one in there as well.
Best maneuver. There you go. Jeremiah O'Dwyer again, a first-time starter, doing well with the debut runners, the 2-year-olds. No Lasix for the debut. Malibu Moon filly out of a dam who is really, really bred for the grass. 3 for 12 on the turf. Best present ever by unusual heat. But she was a win early horse. Won, I think, first time on the turf out in California. Had a couple of tries on the dirt, if I recall. So even though it says turf on the bottom, the horse apparently has been working well enough to satisfaction to try her on the dirt here, 5.5 sprinting. Maybe a surprise despite what the pedigree says.
And that was like the Ness horse yesterday, the day before, we had talked about the Acclaim Racing horse. I looked, everything was a lean towards synthetic and turf, but no, it didn't matter. It's shown enough in the morning, obviously. They said, we're going to move this horse back to the dirt, and the horse whistled. But how about this, though? 7th, let's turn to the 8th, and you've got full siblings, though. How about that? Best Moon ever.
All right.
The 1, right?
2.
That's the 2-year-old filly, and a 9.
Galilean Moon.
Yeah, correct.
Wow, okay, I didn't see that.
You don't see
Good
that
point.
too often, do you?
No.
I just saw that late this morning. and I tell you, I'm going to use the 8 a little bit in race 8 as well. Louis Albertrani teaming up with his owner. They've had a couple firsters in the last couple of years get the job done.
The 9, you mean?
I mean, the 9, Galilean. I mean, remember there was Appealing Honor, was back in April. Remember Honor the Fleet, who I thought was a really talented horse. So I will toss in the 9, the firster in race 8. Your top selection is
our top selection is Casper Slew.
Okay.
First time gelding, added the blinkers last out, but chased Bull Shark and 7 on the rocks. They were really rolling up front in that race back in June here at Laurel Park. And Casper Slew kept pace with them for much of the trip, toward the 5/16 pretty much, then was ridden along a little bit, kind of willing through the stretch, but just outrun by 2 faster horses on that particular day in a pretty quick race. So coming back first time gelding and a little freshening here for Trombetta.
And that was first time blinkers, Dave, right, last time. Yeah, so that was the key. Sharpen that speed up, could return a new horse first time gelding. Yeah, Trombetta's alive in here. He's strong. He's got the 1 V Superstar, another one I think you have to take a good hard look at. This horse ran okay for the maiden 50s, the maiden 40s. Hasn't been seen since February, though. Behind the next out winner, I think this horse is going to make that sit back and make the move. Casper Slew is going to do the work on the front end, and V Superstar from the back of the pack should make a run.
Don't underestimate Great Go-Go in this race. I thought that debut was sharp. 22, 3, 45, and 3 going 7A, so he's right in the pace battle. Boss of Bourbon Street was tons the best, winning off by a half dozen. The race came back in a good final time, 1:23 1/5, that maiden 40,000 level there. Second start, not a great stat for Tim Keefe, but in this kind of little layoff, he does well with maiden claimers. And again, a fast race. And, maybe he'll need one more, don't know, and especially shortening up. It's not 7/8 where he can kind of relax up front. He might have to gun a little bit for it today, maybe sharpen up second time out. But he's at 10-1. I'll take a shot.
That's the 22 and 3 going 7/8 here for these type of horses. That's kind of blistering, you would call it, right?
Yes.
And you see the short comment, keen, duel to the inside. I remember Wes, and he was fighting, trying to get this horse to settle down a little bit. Was pinned inside, just frazzled the horse, probably battling through those kind of fractions in debut and fade. Could escape and clear off here.
Yeah,
you
never know.
And if he does, and 2 Columbus, I remember that mare was a good one. Lacey had the firster out of this mare, win first time out. He's, as you said, 69 or 70 winning buyer out of that race. Yeah, great go. I'm gonna use him underneath in some exactas, but I think it's Tromby somewhere 1-6-6-1. Start with the S's. I don't know where the speed's gone the last couple of races. That was my concern with Hugh McMahon's horse.
Yeah, 9 tries, 2 seconds, 3/3, gaps in the races. I know Empty Tomb did come back to win again after breaking the maiden.
Fernwood Drive didn't run well, I know that.
No.
Big Boots was okay.
So, yeah, some pluses, minuses there. And Great Go-Go, who's to say he's got a gun up front? He might try to reserve a little bit today, maybe relax a little bit and learn something from that first race. Right. Let's go to the 9th on the program as we go to the turf. And it's our final race of the day. And I picked a horse on top you don't have in the mix. So.
And I've got a horse on top you don't have in the mix.
Wow.
So,
all right.
We'll see.
This could
we'll make a friendly wager, horse versus horse.
All or nothing kind of. Okay. I'll go to the stat here on number 1, Pinar, Tom Proctor, and jockey Kibarkoa. This is on the turf. Past 3 years, 4 for 10 together, 40% ROI. And so 40% winners, and ROI of almost $1.78 there. It's a trainer-jockey combination, and a horse that I kind of spotted at Colonial Downs in my sickness on August 30th, and just watching that race. You see the comment belatedly, but that wasn't really the reason. It was kind of a merry-go-round kind of race. Nobody really changed position except for this horse, who I thought ran a pretty willing fourth there. Coming back, inside gate. Some turf form off the race at Colonial. Good jockey trainer combo together. You wouldn't think. Proctor rides a lot of jogs, right? But on turf, it's a good combo. So I used him on top here. It's Pinar.
I like that when you see that though. You're right, calling charts and everything, and we've seen race after race after race. You'll pick up races where just there's only one horse that did anything substantial from the back of the pack, and that's a key next time out. I've found in the past that definitely works. I go with the 4 Walkaway Joe. I think Grey Gary is going to be an awfully short price in here, stretching out for Salzman, but Walkaway Joe. turf, and more turf in this family when looking back. And remember theatricality 314
yes.
on the turf. Ran upwards of a 75, 77 kind of a figure, but this horse ran pretty good. Got just what it needed. Snuck in there for the 16 in debut on the dirt. Nice stride on this gelding for Gorey and Hammy Smith. Ran up behind a wall of horses. It was almost like, giving this horse a little bit of an education. Shifted out and kept on well. I'm trusting the breeding in here. Full Brother has won on the turf. Walk Away Joe looks like a mile is going to be well within his scope. I think he's going to get it done here at a decent price.
Pedigree-wise, it says yes, he can go 2 turns on the turf. I don't know, but coming from 5.5 on the dirt, it wasn't a great field there. With Maryland Bad Boy running third, but yeah, he got blocked in all kinds of trouble in that race. Might have overlooked him in the spot. That is Walk Away Joe. Keith. We're common on number 10. Audacious Quality, good effort. The Schoenthal barn last time out. Dueled late in the game and then just couldn't get the job done behind Bayou Jim.
Yeah, I mean, a big, long, sustained run off of a contested pace. It's an improvement there on a slight little drop there for Audacious Quality. And, a user right back. I think he's just getting better and better. Greg Gary, let's look at him. I mean, Dreaming of Love, he's not Tappet. Unfortunately, that race, the horses haven't come back to run as well. But visually, it certainly works. A little treble out of the gate. Looking at the speed in here, Gamma might go out early. I think Greg Gary's going to be the horse. He'll make that middle move to kind of go clear. Is he going to have enough left to cover this mile distance? My main concern at the short price. But Ruiz on the turf, he's tough.
Well, they ran him on the dirt last time out. Nobody was going to beat Shotsky from the O'Dwyer barn that day. A minute 10, 1/5 final clocking there. Claiming and comes to the 2-turn out here on the turf behind that speedy Dreaming of Love and debut. Caught the eye there, but won't be much of a price. You're right. He's the kind of horse who's going to be fit enough for that middle move coming off that sharp dirt race where he didn't pick up his feet, but nobody was going to beat Shotsky that day. So, a little disagreement there in the 9th race. That makes a good betting card, I think, today. And you got to take a chance at that late pick 5 with the carryover there. Pick 6 carryover as well. Keith, thanks.
You got it, Dave.
This
Anytime.
Afternoon, and here we're back. There's a
back at it tomorrow.
Back at it tomorrow at 1:10. Columbus Day live racing here at Laurel Park, and we're a week away from the Jim McKay Maryland Million. Thanks for watching today at the races, sponsored by Fidelity First.
Good luck.